Good morning. I'm back for the second time today. And now I'm here on Facebook for a Hatha yoga class. So it's going to be a full length Hatha yoga class, 90 minutes, an hour and a half, including Pranayama, breathing practice, sun salutations, asana practice, and then meditation at the end. And so I don't really have any real plan. Hey Sharon! Sorry, I've only just come on, Shazza. I don't have any real plan or particular focus for the class today. I'm going to do it more like in the style of my personal practice, as in I have a rough idea in my head of what we're going to do, and then I'm going to feel what my body wants as we're going through the session. So we're not going to do anything that I wouldn't normally do in class. Hello, Caroline. Mwah. But it's going to be a bit more ad lib than I. So I'm going to come over to my mat and I'm going to take a seat. If you don't have a mat, then just improvise. Area of carpeted floor, a rug, a towel, a blanket, something to just cushion you from any cold tiled floors that you have. So I'm just going to sit directly on the floor. But if you would like to sit on a cushion, please feel free to do so. I'm going to sit with my legs crossed, but if you would like to sit with your legs straight out in front of you, please feel free to do so. Sit however you feel comfortable. And we're going to just begin by closing our eyes and focusing on our breath, our natural breath. So we're not going to try to change our breathing pattern at the moment. We're just going to notice our breath, enjoy the sensation of breathing. Try to focus all of your attention on your breath. When your mind starts wandering, just bring your attention back to your breath. And now just pay attention to how you're feeling this morning, to your emotions, to your state of mind. But do so in a non-judgmental way, so don't have emotions about your emotions, don't judge how you're feeling. Just notice Be okay with it, sit with it. Okay, now I'm going to chant the Om sound, followed by our opening mantra Sahana Bhavatu, followed by Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I would love you to join in with me with the Om sound and the Shanti at the end. If you know the words to the mantra, then also obviously feel free to join in there as well. Sahana Bhavatu, Sahana Bhunatu, Sahavinam Karavavahe, Tejasvinavati Tamastu Ma Vivijavahe. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Okay, we're going to begin with Pranayama breathing practice. So if you need to shift position at all, if you're feeling uncomfortable, then please do so now. Again, sit in any comfortable position, but try to sit with your back straight so that your abdomen is unrestricted. We're going to close our eyes and we're just going to begin by breathing in a yogic way, slowly and deeply, with our abdomen and our chest, trying to fill our lungs as much as we can on the inhalation, pausing slightly, and then trying to empty our lungs as completely as we can on the exhalation. Try to breathe in an Ujjayi way with ocean sound breath, constricting the back of your throat as you inhale and exhale through your nose to create friction, to create the hissing sound, the sound of the ocean. This helps us to focus our attention on our breath. It also helps to slow our breath. Remember the exaggerated movement of your abdomen, really pushing it out as you inhale, as your diaphragm pushes down, pushing your abdominal organs down and out. Let your chest really expand, you'll feel your shoulders raise slightly. And then as you exhale, really draw your abdomen right in as far as you can, engaging your abdominal muscles. Let your chest contract, your shoulders lower down slightly. Keep your body and your mind relaxed, don't tense up. Just enjoy the sensation of breathing fully, of breathing slowly and deeply. As you inhale, feel the joy of inhaling. As you exhale, feel as if you're releasing any anxiety, any stress. Try to count in your mind to at least 6 as you inhale. A little bit higher if you can, 8 if you can. And then the same as you exhale. Try to count to 6 or 8, 10 even. Try to make your breath as slow and long as you can. So when you think you have fully inhaled, try to just take in a little bit more air. Try to let your abdomen come out just a little bit more, your chest expand a little bit more. And then as you exhale, when you think you've completely exhaled, try to draw your abdomen in just that little bit more. Try to push a little bit more air up and out of your lungs. try to add in a breath hold in between your inhalation and your exhalation. So whatever you've been counting to in your head, whatever is 6 or 8 or 10, hold your breath for that length of time also in between your breath. Okay, return to breathing normally, your natural breath. And we practice one breath hold as you finish pranayama. So take a few deep breaths, relaxed but deep breaths. And on your next inhalation, take a deep breath and hold your breath. Keep your body and your mind relaxed. And when you need to release the air, then try to do so in a slow, controlled way. Take a deep breath and return to your natural breath. Okay, now slowly opening your eyes. Good, I hope that has begun to calm and focus your mind ready for the session. I always like to begin every asana practice with pranayama because for me, I think it really helps to do just that, to really bring my mind into the right space, the right mindful state of mind in which to practice asana. So remember now that we're going to continue to pay attention to our breath throughout the session, trying to move with our breath, trying to stay in the present moment, trying to remain mindful of our body. So, coming to a standing position. We're just going to begin with a basic all-over stretch to warm our body up. Then we'll practice sun salutations to really warm our body up. And then we will come into asana practice. Okay, so let's begin with our feet about hip distance apart. Arms by our side. We're going to stretch our neck, beginning by exhaling, looking down to the floor. Inhaling, looking up, trying to bring our head back as far as we can. Exhale down. Inhale up. So keep on moving at your own pace with your breath. Good. Okay, coming back to center. Now we're going to turn our head from side to side. Again, moving with the breath. Inhale, exhale, turn your head to the right. So look over your right shoulder as far as you can. Inhale back to the front. Exhale to the left. Again, keep on moving at your pace with your breath. Again, coming back to the center, now we're going to tilt our head from side to side. So keeping your shoulders down, inhale, exhale, tilt your head to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the left. Again, move at your pace with your breath. Notice any areas of stiffness in your neck, in your shoulders, your upper back. Good. Okay, now a couple of full neck rolls, full head rolls. So looking down to the floor to begin with, and then rolling your head slowly all the way around. And back the other way. Once more in each direction. Good. So important to get that neck moving. Okay, now we're going to make arm rotations, arm circles. So slow movement, reaching out as much as you can in each direction. Trying to move with your breath. Inhaling up, exhaling down. So I'm really reaching forwards, reaching up, reaching back, sweeping my hands down past my side. And back the other way. Good, and give your arms just a little bit of a shake out, a little bit of a twirl. Bring your right arm up by your right ear, and we're going to swim backwards. And forwards. Good. Bring our hands together and clasp them together, our fingers together behind our back, straighten our arms and push our chest forwards. Good. Bring our hands together, interlock our fingers like this. And we're going to push our palms up towards the ceiling as high as we can. And then exhale, lean to the right, trying to keep our arms straight, trying to keep our arms touching our ears. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, exhale to the right. Inhale, reach right up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, reach right up. Reach up as tall as you can. And then exhale your arms down. Good. Okay, let's get those hips moving. Let's bring our feet a little bit further apart. Toes pointing slightly out. Hands on your hips. Keeping your legs straight. Making circles with your hips. Trying to make those circles as big as possible. Good, and back the other way. Good, fantastic. Right, now let's bring our feet back together again, about hip distance apart. I'm just going to face to the side so you can see me more clearly. I'm going to lean forward, place hands over my knees, and we're going to make knee circles. But as we make knee circles, we're going to try and come up onto our toes as we bend our knees and bring our knees forward over our toes. And then as we straighten our legs back up, again, we're going to come back onto our full foot. So this is helping to warm up our knees, our ankles, and challenge our balance all at the same time. And back the other way. Good. Okay, and going to stand back up again. Just going to come up onto our tiptoes, so standing with your feet about hip distance apart. Spread your toes so you can grip the floor. Inhale and come up onto your tiptoes as high as you can, as tall as you can. And come back down again. And lift your toes up. Inhale, come up again. Try to hold, try to stay steady. And exhale down, lift your toes. Inhale, come up. Now try to see if you can balance on one toe, on one tiptoe. Lift one foot off the floor. Really engage your muscles. Okay, it's difficult. And the other side. Good, okay, fantastic. Just give yourself an all over shake. Okay, now we're going to practice Hatha sun salutations. Now remember, with sun salutation, it's very important to move with the breath, very important to stay mindful of the body. We practice sun salutations a lot. I practice sun salutations every single day. It can be very easy to become mechanical in the movement of something you practice all the time. Well, we don't want that to happen. Okay, that should never happen in asana practice. It should always be an embodied movement, very mindful movement. So you should always stay focused on what's happening in your body. Pay attention to where you're feeling the stretch, where you're feeling your muscles work, changes in your body from yesterday. Just a very mindful movement. So we're going to come, if you're on a mat, come and stand at the top of your mat. If you don't have a mat, then just make sure that you've got enough space behind you for the length of your body. Okay, so starting off by standing with your feet about hip distance apart. Going to inhale, exhale, bring your palms together. Inhale, reach up, look up, slight back bend. Exhale, fold forwards, reaching forwards into a forward fold. Bending your knees as much as you need to be able to bring your fingertips to the mat either side of your feet. This time in the morning you might need to bend your knees quite a lot, that's fine. You might find that as we go through the sun salutations you'll start to loosen off and you'll be able to straighten your legs a little bit more. Inhale, step your right foot back, place your knee down, your foot down, and look up. Hold your breath, tuck your back toe, bring your left foot back into plank. Exhale into Ashtanga Asana, 8 points on the floor. So lower your knees, lower your chest, lower your chin to the floor, your bottom still sticking up in the air. So the 8 points are your toes, your knees, your hands, your chest and your chin. Now inhale, slide your chest through your hands, bringing your pelvis down to the floor, look up. Untuck your toes into cobra. Keep those shoulders down away from your ears. Keep your elbows close into your body. And now exhale, tuck your toes, push your bottom up and back into downwards facing dog. Remember, try to bring your head as far down as you can through your arms to look up at your belly button, creating a flat back, really stretching your shoulders. Try to bring your heels down to the mat as you push your bottom up and back. Again, you're going to find yourself a lot stiffer in the first down dog than you will as we progress through the session. Now inhale, look forwards. Shift your weight forwards, bring your right foot to the top of the mat. Lower your back knee, your foot, and look forwards into a low lunge. Now, exhale, step your left foot forwards into a forward fold. Remember, bend your knees as much as you need to at this stage. Inhale, reach forwards, reach up, slight back bend. Okay, number 2. We're going to lead with the left leg this time. Exhale, fold forwards. Forward fold. Inhale, step your left foot back, knee down, foot down. Low lunge. Hold your breath. Step your right foot back into plank position. Exhale, Ashtanga Asana, knees down, chest down, chin down. Inhale, pull your chest through your hands into cobra. Exhale. Push back to down dog. Inhale. Bring your left foot to the top of the mat. Low lunge. Exhale, bring the right foot to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, reach up, slight back bend. Okay, let's speed it up a little bit. Exhale, fold forwards, forward fold. Inhale, step your right foot back. Knee down, foot down, low lunge. Hold your breath. Bring your left foot back, plank. 8 points on the floor. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, bring your right foot to the top of the mat, low lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up, slight back bend. Okay, exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, bring your left foot back, low lunge. Hold your breath, right foot back. Exhale, 8 points on the floor. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot forwards, low lunge. Exhale, right foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, reach up. Okay, and again, exhale, fold forwards. Keep the movement mindful. Inhale, right foot back, knee down. Hold your breath. Back to plank. Exhale, Ashtanga Asana, 8 points. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot forwards, low lunge. Exhale, left foot forwards, forward fold. Inhale, reach up, slight back bend. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, left foot back, low lunge. Hold your breath, plank. Exhale, Ashtanga Asana. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot forwards, low lunge. Oh, no, sorry. Exhale, bring your left foot forwards. Inhale, reach up. Okay, we're just going to do two more, but we're going to try to go through them pretty quickly. And I'm just going to call out inhale, exhale. Okay? So, exhale. Inhale. Hold your breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, last one. Exhale. Inhale. Hold your breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Your hands back into prayer position at your heart center. Good, well done. Okay, so you should now be feeling like you're warmed up. Your body is well stretched. Your heart rate is up a little bit. Okay, but also hopefully your mind is now really focused into the session. It's tuned in with your body. And we're just going to take a couple of moments now to stand into Tadasana mountain pose. So with our feet about hip distance apart, arms by our side. Just going to close our eyes and take a few deep breaths. Good. Okay, right. So, to begin, we are going to bring our feet slightly apart so that they are a bit wider than shoulder width apart. Your toes are just pointing ever so slightly out. Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to just bend forwards and see if you can just place your hands underneath the inside of your foot. Okay, so let me see if I can come close to the camera and show you how I'm holding my foot. I'm going to place my, I don't know if you can see it, place my hand like this. So my thumb is on top of my foot and my fingers are underneath my foot facing into the mat. Okay, and I'm going to start off trying to keep a flat back, folding forwards as much as I can, looking backwards between my legs. Now I'm going to exhale and I'm going to squat, bringing my bottom down, and I'm going to look up. I'm going to now inhale and come back up again to the forward fold. I'm trying to use my hands to pull me a little bit further forward into the fold, to the stretch that I'm feeling all the way down the backs of my legs and my glutes. And now I'm going to exhale, come back into the squat. Inhale, I'm going to look up. So you can see that my insides of my upper arms are resting on my knees. And as I look up now, that's really stretching across my shoulders and my upper back. Inhale, come up again. Looking behind you, trying to keep that flat back. So try not to round your back, try to bring your back flat, even if that means that you don't come quite so far into the fold, that's fine. Okay, and again, one last time, we're going to exhale and squat. Look up. Okay, now release your hands from underneath your feet. Bring your palms of your hands together at your heart center. Your elbows on the insides of your knees, pushing your knees out. Garland pose, squat pose. If you find it difficult to be all the way back on your heels, then you can put a folded blanket or a cushion or something underneath the back of your heels so that you can be up more on your tiptoes. Okay, and now we're going to inhale and stand up. Good, just give your legs a little bit of a shake out. Again, we're just going to take a couple of moments to stand into Dasana. Take a few deep breaths. Okay, now we're going to practice 2 variations of the forward fold, big toe posture and hand under toe, hand under foot posture. For the first one, I'm just going to come in again closer to the camera and show you. I'm going to hold on around my toes with my first 2 fingers while I'm in the forward fold. Okay, and that's what I'm going to help to use to pull me into the forward fold. So I'm going to, again, stand into Tadasana. Inhale, reach up, slight back bend. Exhale, fold forwards, reaching forwards. Bending your knees if you need to. 2, take your big toes in the first 2 fingers of each hand. I'm going to start by looking forwards, flat back, and then exhaling, bringing your abdomen right in so you can fold right forwards into the forward fold. So bend your knees if you need to, okay? Just pay attention to the stretch that you feel down the backs of your legs and your glutes and your lower back. Use your big toes to pull yourself further into the fold. Just let your head hang, your neck relax.
On each exhalation, you can just pull yourself slightly further into the posture, into the stretch. Inhaling, looking forwards. We're going to release our fingers from around our toes and place our hands underneath our feet with the palms of our hands facing up to the soles of the feet, the backs of our hands against the mat. Try to bring your toes to your wrist creases. Again, you're probably going to need to bend your knees a little bit to do so. Again, start by looking forwards. And then exhale. Pull yourself into the forward fold. Let your head hang, your neck relax. Remember to keep your abdomen tucked in, drawn in, so that you can come further into the fold. You're breathing mainly with your chest. Again, with each exhalation, you can just gently see if you can increase the stretch, just ever so slightly. Notice that your thigh muscles are really engaged, really to hold you steady. So the backs of your legs are being really stretched, while the fronts of your legs are really working to hold you steady, to hold you in place. Inhale, look up, release the hands from underneath your feet. Now place your fingertips either side of your feet on the mat, fingertips facing forwards. Again, start by just looking forwards. Exhale, push yourself into Uttanasana, forward fold. And just notice now if your muscles have started to loosen off a little bit from that first, remember that first forward fold in the sun salutation. You should feel that your muscles are starting to lengthen off now. That you can come further into the fold. Okay, now inhale, look up. Inhale, reach up. Slight back bend. Exhale, your arms down. Okay, now we've just been in a forward fold for quite a while with our head below our heart, so you might feel a little bit lightheaded. We're just going to again take a few moments to stand into Tadasana, take a few deep breaths. Good. Okay, next we're going to practice Warrior 2 coming into Revolved Warrior, coming into Humble Warrior. So we're going to, if you're on a mat, come to stand facing the side of your mat. Bring your feet apart. Depending on the flexibility of your hips, about between 3 to 5 feet apart. Your toes should be ever so slightly pointed in, ever so slightly pigeon-toed.
engage those thigh muscles to keep you steady, to keep you strong and firm. And we're going to start by turning our right foot out, so it's 90 degrees away from our left foot. If you're on a mat, it should be facing the top of your mat. Just check your foot positioning. Your right heel should be roughly in line with the arch of your left foot. Hips should still be facing to the side. Now we're going to bend our right knee so that it is in line with our ankle. Okay, so if you're finding that your knee is going over your ankle line, that means that you could bring your left foot back slightly so you can come deeper into the stretch. Alternatively, if you find that your knee is tracking in a little bit like this, then that means that you should probably bring your left foot in a little bit closer. You've got your feet too far apart. Okay, so just spend time just making sure that you've got the correct alignment with your feet and your knees. So your hips should still be facing to the side. I'm really engaging my leg muscles to hold me steady. Now I'm going to inhale my arms up to shoulder level. And I'm imagining that someone is pulling me by my left fingertips. Someone is pulling me by my right fingertips. So they're pulling my upper body apart. So I'm really opening up my chest and my upper back. I'm going to look towards my right fingertips. And I'm going to hold that position as steady as I can. All the time remaining mindful of what's happening in my body, how my body is feeling, what's working, what's engaging, what's stretching, how's it feeling to stretch like that, to engage the muscles like that. Okay, now I'm going to come into Revolved Warrior. I'm going to as I inhale, I'm going to lower my left arm down towards my left thigh and just gently rest it on my left thigh. And I'm going to bring my right hand up towards the ceiling with my palm facing up towards the ceiling. I'm going to look towards the back of my right hand. I'm keeping my legs in the same position. I'm not moving my legs. You should feel your thigh muscle really starting to burn by now. Really working to hold you steady. Okay, exhale back to Warrior 2. Now I'm going to bring my hands together behind me and interlock my fingers, push my chest forwards and bring my palms together. And I'm going to exhale and bring my head down to the inside of my right knee and bring my arms up behind me, trying to keep my palms together. So as soon as you feel your palms starting to come apart, then don't raise your arms anymore. Good. Inhale, come up. Release your hands, straighten your knee. Turn your right foot back to face the side of the mat. We're just going to hop our feet together for a minute, just to give ourselves a little bit of a rest. Then we'll do it on the other side. Shake your legs off a little bit. Take a few deep breaths. Good, okay. So now let's practice the same thing on the other side. So again, trying to stand with your feet apart, toes pointing ever so slightly in, ever so slightly pigeon-toed. And And then we're going to turn our left foot at this time to face 90 degrees away from our right foot. Again, just making sure that your heel of your left foot is in line with the arch of your right foot. Bend your left knee. Again, checking the position of your knee over your ankle. Hips should still be facing sideways, remember. Inhale, arms up to shoulder level. Again, really both sides, pulling your chest and your upper back apart. Well, not apart, but opening up your chest and your upper back. Look towards your left fingertips. Try to hold the position as steady as you can. Really engage your leg muscles. So in yoga, always a balance between strength and flexibility. So we're stretching, but we're also really strengthening at the same time. Okay, now Revolved Warrior. Inhale your left arm up, your right hand down. Just rest it on your right thigh. Your left palm facing up to the ceiling. Looking up to the back of your left hand. Exhale back to Warrior 2. Now bring your hands together behind your back. Interlock your fingers. Exhale. Bend forwards at the waist. And bring your head onto the inside of your left knee. Bring your arms up behind you until you feel that your palms are starting to separate. Stop there. Good. Inhale and push up. Release your hands. Straighten your left knee. Turn your left foot back to face the side of the mat. And again, hop your feet together. Just give your legs a little bit of a shake out. Let's just do some hip rotations. Back the other way. Do it in both directions. And swing your arms around a little bit, just to loosen off. Good, okay, let's just take a couple of moments then to take a few deep breaths. We're almost coming to the end now. Right, let's come down now to our mat. We're going to come onto our hands and knees. And we're going to come into puppy pose. So we're going to leave our hips directly over our knees.
I'm going to walk our hands forwards, keeping our arms straight until we can comfortably just bring our forehead down to the mat. You should feel quite an intense stretch in your shoulders. So this is puppy pose. If you're able to, you can bring your chin to the floor and your chest to the floor. But otherwise, just stay with your forehead to the mat. Good, now come forward on to your tummy. We are going to place our hands either side of our chest, close into our body, elbows close into our body. Our legs are together. Now I'm just going to inhale. I'm going to bring my chest away from the floor. Now we're not doing cobra. I'm doing a variation of locust. I'm going to bring my hands up away from the floor also, keeping my palms facing down towards the floor. I'm going to look up and exhale down. Good, now I'm going to bring my arms out in front of me, straight, about shoulder distance apart. We're just going to do, first of all, locust arms, and then we will come into full locust. So first of all, just lifting your arms up, looking up. And then bring your legs up, so you're resting on your abdomen. Good, and exhale down. Now bring your hands together behind your back, interlock your fingers, pull your palms together, so you're pushing your chest forwards. Now again, this is another variation of locust pose. We've got our chest drawn away from the floor, we're going to look up, we're going to lift our legs up, and we're drawing our hands down towards our feet. Good, and release. Push yourself up, back onto your hands and knees. We're coming towards Savasana now. Lay on our backs. We're going to finish up with bridge pose and knees to chest pose. So, bridge pose. We're going to bend our knees, bring our heels towards our bottom, about the width of the mat though, so we've got a nice stable base. So just ever so slightly wider than your hips. Arms by your side with your palms facing down into the mat. We're going to inhale and push our hips up towards the ceiling, coming up onto our shoulders. We're going to bring our hands together behind our back and walk our shoulder blades together. So we're coming up further into the stretch. So if you can, try to have your arms so that they're resting on the ground. Good, okay, now release your hands. Bring your shoulder blades back apart again. Slowly lower yourself back down to the mat. And now we're just going to hug our knees in towards our chest, keeping our head on the floor, trying to bring our tailbone also down to the floor so we're flattening our back. Take some deep breaths. Okay, and release your hands. Bring your feet down to the mat. Now we're going to come into the relaxation meditation at the end of our session this morning. We're going to spend just under 10 minutes in Savasana and then about 10 minutes in meditation. So if you would like to put any jumpers on, socks on, blankets over you to keep you warm in Savasana, then please do so. You don't want to be cold, you can't relax if you're cold. Bring your toes, straighten your legs. Bring your feet slightly apart, so let your toes hang out. Bring your arms out, slightly away from your side palms, facing up. And just to relax into Savasana, first of all, we're just going to tense up our body so that we can relax it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to first of all raise our right leg off of the floor, really, really tense, 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 tense. We're only just lifting it slightly off the floor and relax. The same with the left leg, lift up off the floor, really tense, 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 and relax. Now lift your hips, your bottom up away from the floor, tense, 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 and relax, bringing your lower back down towards the floor. There'll be a slight gap, but not a big gap. Now lift your arms up away from the floor, tense your fists, open, close, open, close, open, close, and relax. Lift your chest up away from your shoulder blades, so you're pushing your chest up towards the ceiling. Tense, 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 and relax. Now lift your head up to look towards your feet. Really open your eyes wide, really open your mouth wide, really stick your tongue all the way out. And relax. Become aware of every part of your body that is in contact with the floor. Feel the floor supporting your body. Breathe slowly and deeply and completely relax. attention back to the room, back to your breath. Start to move your fingers and your toes. Sorry guys, that's the phone. I'm just going to get rid of that phone. Just continue just to bring yourself continue to stretch yourself. Try not to disturb that peaceful state of mind. Okay, stretch your whole body. Roll slowly over onto your side and rest there a moment. And then slowly, without trying to disturb your peaceful state of mind, and push yourself up to a seated position. Make yourself comfortable for meditation. So if you're comfortable sitting directly on the floor, then do so. If you would prefer to sit on a cushion, then sit on a cushion. If you would prefer to sit on a chair, then sit on a chair. But try to sit with a straight back. Don't slouch. If you slouch, your attention will tend to wander much more easily. So make yourself comfortable. Shift your position as much as you need to. Either have your eyes closed or just semi-closed with a soft gaze, focusing on the floor in front of you. And focus on your breath, your natural breath. Every time your attention starts to wander, thoughts enter your mind, as they will do, just bring your attention back to your breath. Just notice the thought, let it go, don't try to follow it. Focus on your breath again. to end the session today by chanting Om 3 times, followed by the mantra Asatoma and Om Shanti. Please join in where you can. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Yodirgamaya Marechoma Amritam Gamaya. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you very much for joining the session today. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you feel that you have benefited from practicing asana today, from pranayama and from meditation. I hope that you have a fabulous day. I hope that you're staying safe and sane, and I will see you again tomorrow morning at 8:30 French time, British Standard Time +1, British Standard Time, British Summer Time +1, and for Wake Up Yoga. Mwah! Take care, lovely people. Love to all.